Have you ever wondered why the New Testament holds such a revered place in the Christian faith? This collection of sacred texts is not just an assortment of 27 books, but a treasure trove of profound teachings and life-altering narratives. It is a fundamental part of the Bible, painting vivid portraits of Jesus Christ's life, his divine wisdom, and his many miracles. But the New Testament doesn't stop there. It also brings to light the writings of his apostles and followers, those who walked alongside him and continued his mission after his ascension. Through these texts, we get a glimpse into the early Christian communities, their struggles, their triumphs, and their unwavering faith. From the bustling streets of ancient Jerusalem to the quiet corners of modern-day homes, the New Testament has been a constant companion to those seeking spiritual guidance. This is no ordinary book. The New Testament is a profound influence that has shaped spirituality, ethics, and culture throughout the centuries. At the heart of the New Testament are the four Gospels: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. These are not just books, they are vibrant, living narratives that offer us profound insights into the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. Matthew, the tax collector turned disciple, presents Jesus as the prophesied Messiah, the King of the Jews. His gospel is replete with Old Testament prophecies that point to Jesus, showcasing a strong Jewish context and highlighting Jesus' royal lineage. Mark, believed to be the earliest gospel, is a concise and action-packed account. It portrays Jesus as the suffering servant, emphasizing his deeds, miracles, and the sacrificial nature of his mission. Then we have Luke, the physician, the only known Gentile writer in the New Testament. His gospel offers a compassionate and inclusive portrait of Jesus. Here, Jesus is the friend of sinners, the champion of the poor and marginalized, the one who extends God's salvation to all people. Lastly, there's John, the beloved disciple. His gospel is unique, filled with profound theological reflections. John presents Jesus as the divine word, the one who existed before time and through whom all things were made. His account focuses on the deeper spiritual meaning of Jesus' teachings and miracles. Each gospel, while sharing many common elements, provides a distinct perspective on Jesus' life and teachings. Matthew gives us the King, Mark shows us the servant, Luke brings us the Savior of all, and John reveals the divine word. Together, they paint a comprehensive and multifaceted picture of Jesus, allowing us to see him from different angles and understand his message in its full richness and depth. Through their narratives, we witness Jesus' extraordinary miracles, his compassionate teachings, and the ultimate sacrifice of his crucifixion. We rejoice in the triumph of his resurrection, a cornerstone of Christian faith that affirms victory over sin and death. Through the Gospels, we gain a comprehensive and multifaceted understanding of Jesus' message. They invite us to encounter Jesus, to hear his words, to see his actions, and to be transformed by his love. Such is the power and the beauty of the four Gospels. Following the Gospels is the Book of Acts, a narrative of the early days of the Christian Church. This critical piece of the New Testament serves as a bridge connecting the life and teachings of Jesus with the establishment and spread of his church. In Acts, we witness the ascension of Jesus, the birth of the church at Pentecost, and the bold evangelism of the apostles. The Book of Acts is particularly noteworthy for its account of the spread of Christianity in the ancient world. From Jerusalem, the message of Jesus expands outward, reaching as far as Rome. This extraordinary growth is primarily attributed to the tireless work of apostles like Peter and Paul, who, driven by faith and conviction, journeyed far and wide to share the gospel. It's through Acts that we gain a vivid understanding of the trials, triumphs, and faith of the early Christian community. The Book of Acts provides an insightful look into the growth and development of early Christianity. The New Testament also contains letters or epistles written by apostles like Paul, Peter, James, and John. These epistles are not just mere letters, but rather, they serve as essential spiritual guideposts for the early Christian communities. They are like a compass, guiding these fledgling communities through the often turbulent waters of the ancient world. The apostles, who were the direct followers of Jesus Christ, wrote these letters to address a wide range of issues. These ranged from the ethical to the spiritual, from the mundane to the profound. Through these letters, we can glean a sense of the trials, tribulations, and even the joys that these early communities experienced. Let's delve into some of the key themes that these apostolic epistles addressed. One of the most fundamental themes is the nature of faith itself. In his letters, Paul, for example, emphasized that faith in Jesus Christ was not just a matter of belief, but also of action. He wrote to the Galatians, The only thing that counts is faith expressing itself through love. Additionally, these apostolic letters address the importance of unity within the Christian community. The Apostle Paul, in his letter to the Ephesians, urged them to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. This call for unity was not just for the Ephesian community but for all Christian communities as well. The letters also provided practical guidance on how to live a Christian life. They addressed issues like forgiveness, humility, and love for one another. In his letter to the Colossians, Paul urged them to clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. These apostolic letters are not just historical documents. They continue to resonate with millions of Christians around the world today. They offer timeless wisdom and guidance on how to navigate life's challenges while maintaining faith and integrity. Through these letters, we learn about the challenges and triumphs of the early Christian communities. The book of Revelation concludes the New Testament with prophetic visions of the future and end times. This final book of the Bible is a tapestry of vivid images and symbolic language, inviting its readers into a world of celestial conflict and ultimate redemption. Revelation is known for its complex symbolism, where creatures of fantastic design, numbers with hidden meanings, and visions of cataclysmic events all weave together to form a prophetic narrative. These symbols have sparked centuries of interpretation, with scholars and theologians alike seeking to unravel their secrets. The book's imagery is not just extravagant but also deeply meaningful. From the 7 seals to the 4 horsemen, each symbol holds a profound message about faith, judgment, and the ultimate victory of good over evil. Over the centuries, Revelation has been a source of hope, a call to perseverance, and a reminder of the divine promise of a new heaven and a new earth. Revelation paints a complex picture of the future, providing food for thought and interpretation. The teachings found in the New Testament serve as a source of spiritual inspiration for Christians around the world. This collection of sacred texts, rich in wisdom and spiritual insights, has a profound influence that extends far beyond the realm of religion. Let's consider the ethical, moral, and spiritual principles that are derived from the New Testament. These principles, deeply rooted in the teachings of Jesus and his apostles, provide a moral compass for Christians. They guide actions, shape attitudes, and inspire a life of service and love. Concepts such as humility, kindness, forgiveness, and the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, are central to Christian ethics. Moreover, the New Testament encourages Christians to live out these principles in their daily lives, not just in their personal interactions, but also in their broader engagement with society. It is here that we see the influence of the New Testament in promoting social justice and charity. The teachings of Jesus, such as love your neighbor as yourself, and blessed are the peacemakers, have inspired countless acts of kindness, charity, and efforts to create a more just and equitable world. The New Testament also emphasizes the value of community and fellowship. The early Christian communities, as described in the book of Acts, were models of mutual support and shared resources. This spirit of community continues to be a significant aspect of Christianity today, seen in the many ways Christians come together to support one another and serve their wider communities. In the teachings of Jesus and the writings of his apostles, Christians find the inspiration to live lives of love, service, and compassion. The New Testament, in its timeless wisdom and profound teachings, continues to shape the spiritual journeys of millions, guiding their actions and inspiring their hearts. The New Testament continues to guide and inspire millions, its timeless wisdom resonating across the centuries.